Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our regularly scheduled governing board meeting on Wednesday, March 11th, 2026. 3.01, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to make a point that our president, Charlotte Windsor, is on the phone with us this evening, so you may hear us pause and ask Charlotte if she has any questions. 3.02, approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Not flavor, favor. And flavor. Aye. Charlotte?
Aye.
Approval of the minutes from February 18th, 2026. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the minutes from February 18th governing board meeting.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
5.01, open call to the public. Seeing that there are no blue cards this evening, we will continue to the next agenda item. 6.01, approval of consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Madam Vice President, I move the consent agenda as published.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Open for discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passes. I'd like to thank the Thai Foundation for their $16,000 donation, the Arizona Central Credit Union for their donation of 10 trees, and to Harkins Theaters for their donation of popcorn bags. I'll now turn it over to our Chief Operating Officer and Assistant Superintendent Michael McGeaney to introduce administrators that we just approved.
All right, thank you, Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Driscoll. We have some familiar faces for you this evening, and we have some new faces for you, and so we're very excited. Tonight, you approved Dr. Jennifer Ostrom to the position of Assistant Director of Special Education Compliance and Legal, and I'll share a little bit about her background. Dr. Ostrom graduated from Arizona State University, where she earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in English and a Bachelor of Science in Communication. She also holds a master's degree in school psychology from the University of Cincinnati. Dr. Ostrom earned her doctorate of philosophy in school psychology from the University of Cincinnati as well. Jennifer brings over 30 years of experience in education and began her journey in TD3 as a school psychologist and later working as a district coordinator and most recently as the Assistant Director of Social and Behavioral Health Services in the Special Education Department. Jen's colleagues describe her as a caring and enthusiastic educator dedicated to providing high-quality services for all students and staff. We're excited that you have approved Dr. Ostrom to continue in TD3 in the role of Assistant Director of Special Education, Compliance, and Legal. Congratulations, Dr. Ostrom. She's going to come on up here to the dais here, and she's here with her family, and so she gets to actually introduce them as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so pleased to begin this role in special education. I'm pleased to introduce my family, my husband Keith, my son Bennett, and my mother Karen. And I will say my journey in TD3 actually began in kindergarten when I went to Ward Elementary, and then Curry, and then Conley. So I'm so glad to be here tonight. Thank you so much.
All right, Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Driscoll. Tonight, you also approved Jay Rusnick to the position of Assistant Director of Special Education Behavior Support, and I'll share a little bit about his background. Jay graduated from the University of Phoenix, where he earned a bachelor's degree in history. He also holds a master's degree in special education, as well as a master's degree in educational leadership and innovation from Arizona State University. Jay has over 10 years of teaching experience in a variety of grade levels. And in addition to his teaching experience, he also has 8 years of administrative experience, most recently serving as Dean of Students in the Chandler Unified School District. Jay's colleagues have shared that he is an exceptional teacher and administrator who is dedicated to a quality education for all students. In addition to being passionate about students, we have heard that he is recognized for being collaborative, approachable, innovative, and child-centered. So congratulations, Jay, and welcome to the TV3 family.
Thank you. Welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Vice President and board members. I'd like to introduce my daughter, Hensley. Right now, my son's in Italy on a trip with his classmates, so he couldn't be here. Otherwise, he would be. I'm super excited to be working here for Tempe. I've heard nothing but great things, and especially under the leadership of Dr. Driscoll. I'm really looking forward to bringing my experience. There is one correction. I did get a bachelor's from USF, Go Bulls, in history, so I must apologize for that error. Otherwise, I look forward to this opportunity. Thank you, board.
Awesome. All right. Tonight, you also approved Dana Noble to the position of Director of Academic and Instructional Programs, and I'll share a bit about her background. Dr. Driscoll, I don't know that I can read the rest of this, but I will do my best, okay? Dana graduated from The Ohio State University, where she earned a bachelor's degree in elementary education. She also holds a master's degree from Northern Arizona University in elementary education. Dana brings with her a wealth of teaching experience as well as administrative experience, most recently serving as the Director of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment in the Dysart Unified School District. In addition to being passionate about student success, Dana is recognized for her knowledge of curriculum and instruction, as well as her ability to make a positive impact with those around her. So congratulations, Dana, and welcome to the TD3 family. I'll also point out before she speaks to the board that she's also one heck of a recruiter, but I'll let her tell that story.
Okay, I learned this weekend in Columbus, OH.
IO.
And in Michigan, we say, oh no.
Well, thank you all so much. I am so excited for this opportunity. I cannot wait to start. So again, thank you. I just cannot wait to be here. Tonight, I brought with you my husband, Randy, and my daughter, Carly. She is also a teacher and may have just been recommended for hire here in the Tempe School District. So we are super excited just to be part of this family, and under the Dr. Driscoll, I am just thrilled. So thank you for this opportunity.
Madam President, members of the board, we did have a couple of individuals that you approved as well this evening. You did approve Amy Evans as Assistant Director of Advanced Learning and Choice Programs, and you also approved Brian Maurer as Director of Student Information Systems, and unfortunately, neither one of them could be here tonight, so thank you.
And thank you all for coming and your families for coming tonight. You will not lose the opportunity to work for us if you choose to leave during the meeting. So I just want to let you know, some people are like, oh my God, it's my first time on the job, I don't want to leave. So yeah, your daughter doesn't have to stay here all night.
Madam Vice President, I did tell all of them that it's customary that they can leave, so if you can verify that, that'd be great.
I just double verified
Okay,
it.
perfect.
So thank you guys for coming tonight, and it is spring break, so we appreciate you spending the time to come see us. Item 7.01, discussion, consideration, and possible approval of the proposed settlement agreement of the ARCD claim number CRD-2025-0532. Do I have a motion?
Madam President, I'd make a motion to authorize superintendent to execute a settlement agreement for ARCD claim number CRD-2025-0532.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Open for discussion. Seeing there's none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Seeing no opposed, motion passes. 7.02, discussion, consideration, and possible approval of the Phoenix Children's Hospital Breathmobile Agreement. Do I have a motion?
Madam President, make a motion to approve the amendment to the agreement to the Phoenix Children's Hospital Breath Mobile Agreement as presented to us, and I believe Dr. Driscoll will sign that, is that correct?
Do I have a second?
Second.
Open for discussion. Eric? Mr. Miller?
Just that, this is a really important service that our district is able to take partnership with, and a great number of folks in our community use the service, and we look forward to continue to offer it. So.
I'm going to second Mr. Miller on how grateful we are to have these services for our community and our family. And we understand that some laws sometimes have to change our contracts, but we're hoping that we can stay within the law. And that's the only way that we're going to continue to offer the service that we know our families need. So I am just appreciative of everything we try to do for our families and what Michelle Grimaldi works to get for us too. Charlotte, did you have any discussion?
I just wanted to say that this is a really important relationship for us and for our families, and grateful for Phoenix Children's Hospital for partnering with us on this, and looking forward to a strong relationship moving forward. Thank you.
Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passes. 7.03, first review, and it has here adoption, but we are not going to be adopting anything today. We're just going to be looking at the proposed changes to the governing board policy DIE, audit/financial monitoring. There is no vote on this. Dr. Driscoll, do you have a few words on this?
Yes, so with our current policies that we have through the ASBA, they give us policy advisories, and when laws change or language change, they give us these updates. So this is an update, I believe, from the policy advisory. And so what we have before you is just what they asked us to change. For our district, it really won't have any impact because we already are over that threshold with federal government expenditures.
Thank you. And seeing that there aren't voting on this today, does anybody have any questions or discussion? All right.
I just wanted to know.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Miller.
It's just a really unfortunate policy title.
All's good? Everybody's good? Okay. All right. 8.01, reports from standing committees. I am the standing committee. And so pretend like these are pom-poms. Yay! For everybody using generic drugs. Yay! I can't even tell you, I can tell you down to the number, but we like to keep things a little confidential around here, how much money you save the district by talking to your doctors and your healthcare professionals and asking them if they have an alternative drug that would work at the same like-kind quality for you, and getting that pricing down, because some of these higher-end brand drugs are thousands to the difference of dollars. So honestly, I'm going to tell you a few things here, and it's because of this and everybody being aware to do their best and be in a community environment with this health insurance that we're going to continue to be able to offer what we like to offer, which is a free plan and another 2 plans for our employees to choose from, so if they so choose. I did want to make a reminder that healthcare is going up everywhere. It is my business. All of us are seeing it in our own personal lives. And we spend over $10,000 per employee, which is a part of your benefit, but it's a paid compensation that we provide. And I'd like to make sure that everybody understands that it's not something that just comes out of the air, that the district does have to find ways and means in order to pay for this, but we will continue to do it and provide the best care that we can. We were able to do some comparison during our meeting of what was happening with other districts, and we definitely have a much better plan, and I can say that with complete confidence with all of the benefits that we provide, and that we have a good plan. The fact that we contribute to our HSA is a big deal because a lot of the districts are having to stop doing that. So we're going to do whatever we can to continue to do that for you. We spent 9.3% more in expenses last year than we did over the year before. So you can see that if you take 9.3 over thousands of employees, over $10,000 worth of premium over all of their costs that that you're incurring, it can get pretty hefty. So with these rate increases of anything over about 1%, start to put a little nudge in our nickel. But I have good news, and the good news is that we are looking at quite possibly, because everyone is doing the best they can to take care of themselves. And some people say, well, why would you want your employees to go see their doctor? Why do you want them to do their medical or well woman exams? Why would you want them to do a mammogram? Well, because if we're preventative, then we're able to help you quicker, and we're able to keep you well in your job, doing it what you're supposed to be doing and not sick. And when we do that, we also decrease the costs of what it costs to keep you healthy. So we're looking at about a 2% increase. So just a warning on that. We only get what we get from the legislature, so that's going to have to be a part of this discussion as we go into the next few months as we talk about the budget. And a lot of our districts are seeing a 26% increase. So this is serious, and it's a big deal, and I'm grateful for the employees and for the admin and for everyone that's on my trust, I say my trust committee, who's on our trust board. It is the most empathetic, wise group talking about your health care and your concerns that I've ever had the privilege of being in a room with. And so I want them to know how much I appreciate them spending the time to really care about our employees and what we have to offer to our people. So that's the update on the trust. Some news, what's out of our control, but some good news is that I'm grateful for everybody doing what they can, because we're all in this together. Yay! (8.02) Student Activity Report for January 2026. Do we have any questions or comments? There is no vote on this.
I have a comment.
Mr. Lemon?
Holdeman has quite a big account, over $13,000, and I don't see how they're planning to spend it. I hope they don't keep it.
We have people in the room that will have a conversation to find out how they're going to spend it, and we'll get back to you with that one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lemon.
I wonder, though, with that big of amount, if they did some fundraising for a field trip or something, because normally when you see that big, there's normally some fundraising that's done for a field trip, but I'll find out and report back at the next meeting.
And Mr. Lemon's correct, because we haven't approved anything, so. And we're coming to the end of the year, so we'd start approving all of that. 9.01, board information. Mr. Thierry.
Nothing from me.
Mr. Miller. Mr. Lemon.
I have several comments. I was very fortunate to go to Mosley School on the Friday, the 27th, for the Honor Corps and choir, and it was great. It was a packed house. They had an overflow room, and you could hear, at least I thought we could hear, and we've already discussed how they're going to improve for next year. But there are a lot of parents there, and it was a great event, and I really appreciated it. And it was good. And so I wanted to thank everybody that was involved in that and making that happen. So that was very good. I also went on March 5th to McCamey Academy of International Studies to take a look at all the community projects the 8th graders have done. And I was very impressed this year with the quality and the thought that went into this. And typically, we see a lot of projects, we're going to raise money to buy food, or we're going to do other sorts of things, and that's fine. This, you know, the empathy and the recognition in the community that there is need. But there were a couple, 3 or 4 things that I thought were really outstanding. There were quite a few of them about ICE. ICE go home, and here's what you should do, kids, and hope your family doesn't have to use this, and from that standpoint. So the kids were really current in their review of what was going on, and I was pleased with that. Let's see, which is the other one? There are a couple on mental health that seem to really look at the issue, how we can recognize students in need or their own family and that sort of thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. Very interesting one on presenting history in Tempe. That was one individual who put that together. It was very good thought and from that standpoint. The couple of things that I thought took a lot of courage, of course, was the immigration, deportation, and ICE to actually attend and work with the communities at need. And I thought those young ladies did a tremendous job. It took a lot of courage to do that. There were two other programs that I thought were very good. Bring Them Home. This was about Indigenous people. And the gentleman who put that together, there were impacts in his family and missing individuals. And so it was very, very poignant. And the other one was Hearing Unheard Voices to Be Heard. And it was very impressive. And I think they were very precise in what they thought we ought to be doing, what everybody ought to be doing. And they presented me with a poem that one of them had written. And this is Michaela Little. And the first verse is, I pledge allegiance to the flag, a fabric stitched with promises but stained with silence, of the United States of America, a nation that remembers its wars but forgets our missing people. And to the republic for which it stands, but who stands for us when we scream in the dark, unheard? One nation under God, we pray for justice, but only find headlines for those with lighter skin. Indivisible, yet we are divided by those faces appear on the news and whose names are never spoken. With liberty and justice for all. But I have seen too many sisters disappear, their stories swept under red earth, their spirits wandering unavenged. For all, for whom, I demand to know, because in this land of freedom, my people's pain is invisible, our grief an echo, swallowed by indifference. I pledge allegiance with a heavy heart, carrying the weight of all our stolen sisters, and hope that one day justice will truly mean all. I was impressed by it. That's all I have, Madam Vice.
Thank you, Mr. Lemon, for sharing that. Mrs. Windsor, do you have anything?
I do, thank you. Thank you for that, Mr. Lemon. That was incredibly touching. I was able to attend Connolly Band Concert right before break, which was phenomenal. I always love third and fourth quarter band concerts over first and second quarters band concerts, so that was a joy. Also, thank you for that, Ms. Stewart. Also got to go to parent-teacher conferences. I'm always impressed with the flexibility of time that the schools have built in for parents to be able to get in. I know that everybody works different shifts and different times of days and time of the day, and I appreciate the schools trying to accommodate that as much as possible and teachers being flexible with that as well. Congratulations to Arlene Chen, who passed the threshold for being elected to Tempe City Council. City Council is super important partnership with us, and grateful to see strong supporters of public education. And Ms. Council Member Chen has been incredibly supportive of Tempe Elementary School students as they move into ASU as well. And so that's great for us all to see. And other than that, I hope everybody's enjoying spring break, and next week, no meeting, right? Thank you.
That's correct, Mrs. Windsor. You can stay on vacation.
I will. Thank you.
Have a good time. So I was able to attend the PBIS Literacy Celebration at Frank Elementary, and that was so fun because students and teachers dressed up like their favorite book character, and I actually learned about a lot of books that I never read, and so I was able to go back and read some with my son, which was really, really fun. Spricali had a hoedown, and I was in charge of bingo, and we had a really, really good time doing that. It's important to know that when, in Rover, at their celebration, unfortunately, I had to kind of do a little bit of a quick drop in and leave because I was getting ready for my son's birthday party, and sometimes I think I'm everything everywhere all at once, but that day I was not able to be even partially, so I did my best, everything I could. But all of the volunteers are your teachers, your custodians, your parents, your grandparents, and our events at our schools seem to go off without a hitch because of all of their involvement. So I want to make sure that they know that it's recognized, and I'm grateful because they make my son's life better, and I hope that they're making other children's lives better by offering these celebrations and these times for people. I think one of the hardest things we're up against when it comes to new technology is that we're losing the connection of community. And all of these events, people say, well, why do you do them? Or they cost money, or there's so much work, or it's only these 10 parents that help and then the others don't, and all of that. I want those 10 parents to know that you're creating an environment that there's nowhere else that these kids are going to get it. And if you just sit back and watch it for a few minutes, I hope it's enough reward to know that the work was worth it. The honor choir, I'd like to just say, Darren, you and your team, rock on while you pivoted. This is case in point why I celebrate our community passing our bonds, because we're at the mercy of a system of renting places, and if they so choose to not rent to us or their date isn't available, we pivot back and use our space as well as we can. So kudos to your team, because we would have regularly had that maybe in a larger auditorium. And so this is my public service announcement that I'd like to ask Dr. Driscoll to continue to consider having a nice arts department so that we have a place for everyone to gather and listen to everything at the same level of volume, and everybody can be in the room enjoying it together. Thank you. I'd like to congratulate, okay, Brittany, you have to help me, I'm putting you on the spot, the innovation thingy with ASU that a ton of our kids are going to. Invention Convention. I always say it wrong. Invention Convention. First of all, Broadmoor rocked it, okay? And then second of all, our schools, so there's 40 some odd schools and thousands of kids that put in these innovative projects, and can I say we kick butt? Tempe-L. It was literally, I'm watching it live stream, and it was Tempe-L and Tempe-L and Tempe-L, and then these kids are going on, and Tempe-L and basis, and Tempe-L and Tempe-L and Tempe-L, and I was like, yeah, and there was a couple other schools, but yay! America, hear us out. Like, we have innovators, we have people writing poetry like this, we have the most empathetic group of human beings, and I'm sure the whole world does, but I'll tell you what, our kids make this job priceless, because we get to have moments where we get to have these moments and we get to see what our kids are inventing. And these are the kids who want to make our lives better for the future. And Tempe-L and all the schools that participated, and every single one of those schools have kids going on, and I can't wait to tell you more after they have the event at ASU. I am so proud of our representation, and I'm so grateful that it's being recognized and that people are gonna see it. So yay. And happy spring break, everyone. Stay safe, and I have to do my public service announcement on this. Please, I have a friend who works in the medical industry in the ER, and our kids are so vulnerable to fentanyl right now. It's very easy to get. If you're a little depressed, somebody says, take this pill. If you're like, you don't even know, and they can give you a Skittle, and it looks like a Skittle, and they cost less than $1. And some kids are at home. Some kids don't have the privilege of going on a fancy vacation or going to a kids camp. It leaves them so vulnerable. And in the last few days, they've seen a rise of overdoses in our ERs. And she usually doesn't call me unless I need to be aware. and I need to be aware that we're seeing them as young as 7, 6, 5 years old. So please, if you don't know about fentanyl, it's okay to ask, because we've been doing a lot of training with our teachers and with our staff, and we have information available, so call the public office. It is something that every parent and everybody who is who has a child in their care, custody, and control, I hold responsible for understanding how vulnerable our community is to this drug right now. So that's my announcement. And we are going to go to 10.01. Spring break is March 9th through March 20th. All Tempe elementary schools will be closed. All schools are closed Monday, March 23rd, 2026, and school will resume on Tuesday, March 24th, 2026. Again, everybody, that's Tuesday, not on the Monday. Agenda Committee will meet on Wednesday, March 25th, 2026 at 11 a.m. The next regularly scheduled governing board meeting will take place on Wednesday, March 25th, 2026 at 7 p.m. with a study session at 5 p.m. in the Karen Arredondo Governing Board Room of the Sanchez Administration Building, 3205 South Rural Road in Tempe, Arizona. The Tempe Elementary School retirement reception will be Wednesday, May 13th, 2026. So get that on your calendar, save the date. It's at 6 p.m. at the McCamey Academy of International Studies, 2250 South College Avenue, Tempe 85282. 11.01, do I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Open for discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Good night, everybody. Please stay safe, and we'll see you back on Tuesday. Not next Tuesday, the Tuesday after.